So sometimes people do bad things because they're going through a lot themselves. For me, for example, I'm in hospital and they're forcing me on medication that I don't like being on. Medication makes me suicidal. I'm abusing the medication because they're giving me, they're forcing it on me, so they're making me abuse the medication by giving me the medication. It makes me suicidal. It makes me hate my life. I mean, I'm not happy when I'm on it. I've even tried to kill myself when I'm on it as well, and they still won't take me off it, which says a lot. You know, these doctors give you this medication because that's their job. Their job in these psychiatric hospitals is to put people on medication, and they've got to, that's what they get paid to do. If they didn't put people on medication, they wouldn't have a job in these psychiatric hospitals. So it's making my life miserable. It's ruining my life, and you've got to understand I've been on it for a long time, and it's hard enough, you know, it's hard enough being on it, but when you've been on it for a long time, everything gets really fucking old, you know, like, feels like, it breaks a person down to the point where, where people can snap, and this is, I'm a very kind person, I'm a very caring person, but the thing is like, it's hard, it's really fucking hard for me to keep up, being a kind person, having a kind heart, being a caring person, it's really, really hard for me to keep that up when I'm suffering immensely from my medication, you know, just being suicidal. It's just like, it's just a miserable existence. I can't write music. I write music. I can't write music though. When I'm on this medication, it affects my creativity. And it just makes me hate my life. And yeah, so I really want to be a good person, a kind person, but like I say, it takes a lot out of me. You know, saving face every day, just, you know, being a good person, it's just hard. It's just really hard. I know I'm repeating myself, but so, you know, you see people do really bad things in the world, and you've got to understand that usually, well, I don't want to say usually because I don't know this, but I mean, I'm guessing that those people are going through a lot themselves. You know, when you go through a lot, when you're mistreated in life, you're like a ticking bomb. Is that the expression? You're about to explode. You're about to break. And it makes, you know, it's just like sooner or later you're gonna snap and you're gonna be like, I'm just not happy in life because I'm getting mistreated or whatever, and it can lead you to doing bad things. I've explained this to my doctor, that I'm on the edge and I feel like I'm gonna be a bad person because of this medication, because it's really taken everything out of me. You know, but she doesn't care because she keeps me on the medication, and it's just like people around me are suffering from my bad actions, because of this medication that I'm on. I understand when people say take responsibility for your actions. I get that completely. But you've got to understand that when you're being mistreated yourself, getting forced this medication, it makes it really hard to be a good person, to keep that up. It just leads to a world of, where you're just not a nice person anymore, because it's just too hard. All I want is to be happy, and when I'm happy, it's a lot easier to be kind to others, because you're happy. There's no, and when you just get your way, that's when you're gonna be a kind person. It's not my fault that I'm getting treated this way, and I've got to suffer the consequences of my actions because of this medication that's breaking me down. People hate on people who are, being bad to others. But it's like, at the end of the day, you don't know what that person's going through. I don't really care that I'm hated, because I've just reached the place where I don't care anymore. That's the place you get to. You get to a place where you just stop caring, and you make others suffer, and you get a kick from it. Or I don't get a kick from it. I wouldn't say that's true. I don't get a kick from hurting others. But you hurt others because it's just too hard. And what would be better for me and everybody else around me, everybody who enters my life, is if I was taking off this medication. So, if I get my way like that, then I can be a kind person, kind, caring person, and the world will be a better place, and my life will be better, and people around me will be happier. But being on this medication is just, I don't see the reason why I need to be on this medication. I've acted like a twat in the past, but I remember when I was off medication for about 6 months, I was happier than I've ever been. I did one stupid thing at the end of those 6 months, which was take my clothes off in front of a nurse. That was a stupid thing I did. That was my fault. But I'm asking for another chance. It's just like, what I really hate about these doctors as well is the fact that they'll keep on preaching how this medication's so good for me and how it's making me better when it's just not. Like they say, like, oh, you're doing so well, and I'm like, I'm fucking not. I'm fucking not doing so fucking well. I'm nasty to everybody in my life. I'm miserable. I'm suicidal. How is that me doing great? That's not me doing great at all. I'm not doing well at all with these meds. You're having a fucking laugh. That's a fucking joke. And then they'll say this before. They'll say this before I've even spoken to them about my medication. They'll just say, right, because you see your doctor once a week in this psychiatric hospital, so I see them once a week, and the first thing they'll say to me is, you're doing so well. And it's like, I haven't even spoken to you yet about how I'm doing, you know? I'm not doing so fucking well. You haven't spoken to me. Maybe if you speak to me, then I can tell you how I'm doing, you know? It's fucking... It really pisses me off when they do that shit. When they say that shit. Because it's just like... It's just so transparent that all they care about is money. All they care about is getting paid at the end of the day. Because that's all... Their job is to give medication, like I say, that's their job. If they didn't give patients medication, then they wouldn't have a job, you know? So they need us to be suffering in order to get paid. It's not about what's better for the person, it's about what's gonna make them get paid, you know? So, I mean, I really want to come off my medication because this isn't a life, and I don't know how long I can do this for. I don't know how much longer I can do this life for. I'm like a ticking bomb, and I really need to come off this medication, defuse the bomb, and I just want to be happy and enjoy my life and be a kind, loving person to whoever's people that I love in my life, and I want to be kind and loving to everyone. That's it. Alright, bye.